Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am out here doing a little work and I decided to go ahead and show you all what's going on in my garden. Just a quick garden tour. I'm not going to show everything, but I'm going to show you some of the exciting things and not so exciting things that I have going on today. Okay, I still have not figured out what was chewing at my kiwi vines. Oh, let me show you this. I have new blooms on my Mexican sunflowers, so I'm excited about that. I still have to come out here and deadhead a little more, take some of these spent blooms off, and also remove the ones that the birds have plucked bald-headed. I have the first signs of the Guadalajara. I just can't pronounce that to save my life. That particular pepper. I have another plant over here. I think I did 3 plants this year. I wish I would have done more. Those peppers have so much flavor. And they're not hot. So they're not a hot pepper, but they taste delicious. My banana pepper is recovering nicely from the pest damage. You see the flowers on here. I have this tomato. It needs to be staked up along with some beans. You see these are supposed to be bush beans. And they're a little long for bush beans, but it's okay. You see they're starting to produce. This is an Isis candy tomato. I still haven't removed all of this brown stuff on here. I'll get around to it. I also have a pepper plant in here, and I'm not sure what kind of pepper this is. I want to say it's a banana pepper, but I'm not sure. But it's starting to flower. In this wheelbarrow, I have 3 volunteer tomato plants that are going to need to be moved because they're not going to thrive in here. The space is just too shallow. Okay. My ginger is doing nice. I'm going to come here and top it off with, you see that little spider web over there? I hate those things. I really just don't like when they start to cover the ground like that. So I'm going to get that out of here. And I'm going to come top this ginger off with some compost and another layer of mulch. You see my okra is growing. I have nasturtiums here. I don't know how long those are going to last because it's really hot. So even though this area has a little bit of shade, I'm not sure how long the nasturtiums will last. Okay, over here, my moringa tree is doing mighty fine. My fig tree. This fig tree, her name is Fiona. I call her Fiona Fig. She's doing lovely. Cherokee purple tomato. Excuse me. She's doing okay back here. She's living her best life. And apparently she had a flower that decided it didn't want to make it. So I'm going to pull these bottom leaves off. Okay, my watermelon plant is starting to grow. Looks like she needs a little boost of nitrogen. Ooh, look. There's another moringa tree coming up right there. I have a volunteer tomato, another volunteer tomato. You guys, volunteer tomatoes are just popping up everywhere in my yard. This one is in my in the bin with my onions. I'm going to take this out because she will not thrive in that space. Okay. I need to come back here with a little water for my avocado. This blueberry bush just looks pitiful. I'm going to put her in a bigger spot because this little pot is just not working for her. My turmeric is looking nice. Elderberry tree is finally starting to put on some size. I planted her from a bare root. These beans are hot back here. They are curling up. And this passion fruit is struggling a little bit. I have 2 of them planted here. So I'm going to come back here with a little water in this bed. I also have, if you look, I have 2 tomatoes. These are Jubilee tomatoes, yellow Jubilee tomatoes that I stuck back there. Behind those I have 2 cayenne pepper plants that are, they have peppers on them, but they're struggling in the heat. So is that squash, which I just might pull up. This papaya tree is putting on more leaves, and so is her sister over here. They are just loving this spot. Under here I have a, oh, look at this, it's getting pretty long, a pepper plant. I don't know what kind of pepper it is. This banana tree looks like it's recovering from that dead leaf that was here. If you look closely, when I pull that leaf off, it looks like it's trying to produce another one. And this banana tree, which is only ornamental, is also producing pups. So I don't know if I'm gonna take those out now or just wait and let them just stay in there till next season. Okay, volunteer mint, which is fine there. My 4 o'clocks, I might have to stake up because they just don't want to stay up. I think I put too many in this pot, and I don't think the pot is big enough. But I'm going to stake them up because they look like they are ready to flower. I have a cucumber plant here, and I have several volunteer tomatoes. These volunteer tomatoes just won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. And I'm okay with that. More tomatoes. This is a Roma tomato. And I stuck cucumbers here. I stuck the, I think these were the Burpless cucumbers. And this is a volunteer, looks like a mustard green of some kind. I'm just gonna leave it there. Might eat the leaves in a salad, who knows. More peppers. Okay. More peppers. These are shishito peppers. And they are starting to flower. I have more shishito pepper plants in a back garden bed, and that one is already producing peppers. And I think I already harvested a couple of shishitos off of this pepper plant. Here's another pepper. What kind of pepper is this? This is a Mad Hatter pepper. You see my Mad Hatter is producing flowers. These peppers are really good as well. They don't have a lot of heat. Sometimes they don't even have heat. Just not a lot of heat. And they're really good in stir fries and things like that. My cucumber plant right here, and I have a couple of cucumbers that are ready to harvest, and then I have more producing. And this one is not, hold on, it's not the best looking cucumber, but it's still edible. You know one thing about me, I don't care how big or small my produce gets, I'm still going to eat it if I grew it. This looks like another Mad Hatter pepper. I thought it was something else because it was overwintered, but it's coming in like a Mad Hatter. I did not know I overwintered a Mad Hatter, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. More tomatoes, beans. You see the beans all around the tomatoes. More tomatoes. And I don't know what happened to all the tomatoes on this side of this row of grape tomatoes. Strange. Okay. More peppers. This is a jalapeno pepper. In this bed I have more jalapenos that I actually need to harvest. I could take them now, but I'll just do that later. If you look here, excuse me, you see those jalapeno peppers, and it's some back there. You can see them. Eggplant. Look at that. Little stinker. I have an okra here. More beans. And I'm actually going to come out here and top this bed off and mulch it to help retain some of the moisture, because this sun is not playing with my plants this year, y'all. My strawberry plant needs a little water. Ooh, look at that. Now that one looks delicious. Let's see. Oh man, look at that. Can y'all see that? Ooh, look at that. That is like perfect. Now I would wash this thing off, but I don't know. I'll just hold on to it for now. Okay. My corn is still looking good. Not sure if I'll get any this year, but I'm still hopeful. I'm having problems with it's like mealybugs and white flies on the top part. So hopefully that won't affect the production. Okay, over here in this bed we have the beans and tomatoes. I just watered this bed because it is looking really dry. Go back here. Oh Lord, I just ran into a spider web. Okay, back here, this bed needs water. I have more shishito peppers here, Mexican sunflowers, zinnias that have toppled over. You see those zinnias? I'll come out here and stake those up because there's no point in moving them. Mint that has toppled over from lack of water. You guys back here thirsty. I need to get on my job. And then I have the hibiscus roselle plants. More banana peppers here. As a matter of fact, all of these are peppers. And this is an echinacea or coneflower. Avocado tree still living her best life. Back here, loving this spot. Let's see what else I got back here to show you. I have a lot of stuff back here, but I'm not gonna show you everything. My Malabar spinach is still doing well. I kind of wish I would have put this spinach in more sun, because Malabar spinach loves the heat. but it's here now and she's doing okay. Have my rosemary here, mint, which I have these little white things. I'm struggling with this mess this year. I have to come back and take care of this. Lemongrass. I have more eggplant over there, which I need to come out here and water. I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit before I water. I don't need any more problems in my garden. Peach tree needs water. You see how her leaves are, hold on, how her leaves are folded up and trying to protect itself from the heat. Squash. More okra. Valencia orange tree seems to actually enjoy this heat. This is a tomato plant that I started from a sucker off of another tomato plant. Beans. This is squash. And we go in here. More cucumbers. Tomatoes. I also stuck an okra in here. So we're going to see how that does. Right here I have what is that? Parsley that wants to go to seed. I actually might let this parsley go to seed. Then I have basil, another hibiscus roselle. Here I just transplanted cucumbers here. I think these are the Burpless. More parsley. This is another Mad Hatter pepper plant that is starting to, it looked like it was starting to flower, but I don't know. Another cucumber back here. I don't know what's wrong with this cucumber, but I bought this start from one of the big box stores, and all of them did this particular thing that it's doing. I don't know what it's doing, but I'm going to pull that up because I don't think it's going to produce anything. This is my what is this thing? A kumquat tree. And then I have beans down here, if you can see those. More beans. Over here I planted some baby corn. This is my first year with baby corn. It's just an experiment. Part of the joy of gardening is getting to experiment and see what works and what doesn't. Nothing extravagant over here, just my herbs and mint. I think I am going to actually stick another cucumber plant in with my lemon verbena. Y'all, I love cucumbers. That's just, I love cucumbers, so I try to stick them everywhere. And since that recall, I haven't been buying any from the grocery store. So I'm relying solely on the cucumbers that my garden produces for now to have cucumbers. Okay. And this rose bush, I'm going to prune this thing way back because the Japanese beetle damage just, it is unreal how much damage those little creatures cause. So I'm going to trim that bush way back and see what happens. It should bounce back nicely. Go over here. More hollyhocks starting to unfurl. Propagated rose bush is doing pretty good in this bed. Seems to like it here. Another rose bush here. And my strawberries are still thriving over here. They need a little water, but they're doing pretty good. I got this little thing right here that got turned over from storm damage, and I haven't planted anything since I picked it up and cleaned it up. But I think I'm gonna put beans here probably in the next day or so. Bush beans. Go ahead and get a little use out of that space. And you guys, that's all I'm gonna show for now, and I want to thank you all for joining me. Until next time, my loves, peace.